Hello chatbots out there. Today in this vlog I'm going to be telling you guys all about what I got to on my week so far. So that is my Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of this week. On my Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I've had those days, the past few days off work. I'm not back to work until Friday. I was supposed to be working Monday evening, but because I'd covered for one of my colleagues who wasn't very well on her Friday evening shift and I was already working in the daytime, it meant I did a split shift on Friday and a split shift Saturday, so it meant that I got Monday evening off as she did my Monday evening to make up for covering for her on her Friday evening shift. So it meant that I now have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday off, and yeah, I've been enjoying the freedom, not having to set an alarm. It's been great. And I got up after a nice lie-in, and my mum and myself would just watch a bit of TV. I had some breakfast and got showered and changed and was listening to a bit of music, watching some vlogs and TikToks. My dad had work, so did my older sister and my younger brother, and then my older brother and younger sister were at uni, and I then got myself ready to go off on a massive walk, and I got some flour snacks. Let me show you guys now. It was a lovely walk, got some really nice flower snaps, and it was lovely sunshine and blue skies. And I then made my way up to the high street and I checked my bank balance and I've been paid. Payday, it's great. And I then went off and had a look around some of the charity shops and went into one of the flower shops and I got some plant starts from there. Let me show you guys now. I love the succulents and cactuses, and the plant section there is just so beautiful. I love all the plants hanging from the windows and ceiling. It's like a little jungle in there, and all the pretty patterns on the plants. I was having a lovely chat with the flower shop keepers in there. I then got some flower starts from there as well. Let me show you guys now. Such beautiful colourful flowers from there, always smell so good. I then went off to my workplace and I had the summer pudding, French toast and a fresh orange juice. I'm going to show you guys a photo of that now. It was so delicious. I sat on table 12, which is a sofa area, and the sofas are so comfortable, and I had to try not to fall asleep because they were so comfortable. Love that sofa area. And then I was just chatting with my colleagues who were on shift, and I got a cute mirror selfie from there. Let me show you guys now. You know me, I love a good mirror selfie. I then went off to the card factory to get one of my colleagues a leaving card as she was leaving on the Tuesday, and she's got a new job elsewhere. Gonna miss working with them. And also got one of my colleagues a birthday card whose birthday is this Saturday, so I won't be seeing them before their birthday, so I gave both the cards to the one who's leaving and the one whose birthday is coming up. And then I headed back, and on the way back I went off to my grand's care home where my mum was, and I got my Secret Santa's, two of my Secret Santa's gifts already. One of them I wanted to keep for myself, but I said no, I'll give it to them instead, and I hope they like it because I certainly did like it, but I was like, I don't need it. And so I've got two Secret Santa gifts already, and I showed my mum and my grandpa what I got them, and I got money out to go get my haircut the next day, and I had it in my pocket and it was quite windy and I didn't want it falling out of my pocket, so I put it in my phone case so it would be nice and secure and safe in there. So of course I was looking for, I had my house key in my pocket and I was looking for a tissue in my pocket, and then I was like, oh my god, where is the money? And so I like freaked out, and I realised that I put my phone case, so I was like panic over. Oh my god, nearly had a heart attack. And it was lovely seeing my gramps and catching up with him. And then me and my mum got back. I then watched Escape to Country and Father Brown and Home and Away and a bit of Vic of Dibley. Love that show. Dawn French is a comedy genius. Love her. Always love the jokes at the end. It just cracked me up. I wrote a bit of my journal, did a bit of drawing and colouring in. I was just listening to a bit of music. And then my old brother was back from being at uni for the day, and then he'd gone off to the gym, and I got myself an ice cream, and I'm going to show you guys a photo of that now. It was huge. My local ice cream man has known me for a long time and always does such great ice creams. They are amazing. His ice cream is the best. Love it. Then after I'd had my ice cream, I was then just watching some stuff off record that I needed to watch, and I've just been trying to finish the last series of Riverdale. I was just reading a little bit more of the last book of To All the Boys I Loved Before. And then for tea we had a fry up, and I'm going to show you guys a photo of that now. Fry up was so delicious. We had scrambled egg with bacon and love it so much. And then I was just watching the soaps, finished watching my journal, I put that away, listened to a bit of music, and was just listening to a bit of Kylie, loving her new album Tangent, which is #1 on iTunes worldwide at the moment. Absolute queen that she is. And then I was just watching some stuff on Netflix. I then went off to bed, and then on my Tuesday I got up early ready to go get my hair cut, and my dad was at work, so it was my older sister and my younger brother, and then my younger sister and older brother were at uni. I locked up, my mum was still asleep, and I headed up to go get my hair cut, and it was a lovely sunny day, lovely blue skies. And whilst on my way up to go get my hair cut, I got some flower stats that I'm going to show you guys now. Such lovely flower snaps that I was able to get while on the way up to get my hair cut. I then went and got my hair cut, and my family friend who cuts my hair always does such a great job, and I was chatting to her about my family and about how I was getting on, and she was chatting about her family and how she's getting on. And then after that I went off to one of the shops next door, and I got some woolly socks from there. Love socks, especially woolly ones, to keep my feet nice and warm in the winter months coming up. Then I went off to one of the flower shops, and I got some flower stats in there that I'm going to show you guys now. The flowers from that flower shop are so beautiful, always lots to get snaps of. I then went off to the Loungers restaurant in the high street and got a selfie in the entranceway as they have some hang lanterns above, and showed off my new haircut. Love the confidence boost a haircut gives you. I then went off to Coffee One to have a coffee catch up with Tash, and I got myself a tasty tea cake and a pot of tea with some coconut milk, which I'm going to show you guys now. It was really good. We sat at the front of the cafe and we were on the sofas. Tash was running a bit late because she'd overslept, and then she arrived and got some food for herself, and then we were just having a lovely catch up. I had a few cups of my tea, got quite a few uses out of the teapot, which was good, and then went off and had like one of the charger shops, and went off to one of the shops where she got some truffles for us to have. We had 4 each, and then we went off to one of the other shops where she got some nice earrings, and then me and Tash went off to our workplace to say goodbye to one of our colleagues whose last day it was. We then got some drinks from the corner shop just before going off to the garden centre, and then we made our way up to the garden centre, and on the way up to the garden centre we were listening to a bit of Kylie, and I got a autumnal leaf snap that I'm going to show you guys now. Such beautiful colours, the reds, the oranges and the yellows. I love autumn, it's such a beautiful time of year. Then we made our way up to the garden centre, and we got up there, and we always get up there so quickly. We were actually quite quick at getting up there. Always go like the back ways to get up there quite quickly. And the first thing we did was go off into the cafe and have some lunch that I'm going to show you guys now. It was so delicious, always so good in there. And then Tash got a stop off me in front of this Halloween Christmas tree. Instead of a Christmas tree, it was a Halloween tree, and it had pumpkins and stuff all over it, which is very cute. And then we had a look at the homeware section and stationery section, and I got myself a new mug, very pretty. It's got leaves and plants and stuff on, which is so cute, and it's a nice green colour. I love green and I just love mugs. I'm an absolute mug for mugs. And I also got some flower snaps from the garden centre that we show you guys now. Such lovely colourful flowers. There wasn't much to get photos of, as it's not really the time of year for quite a lot of flowers and stuff, and quite a lot of the roses and stuff are dying, but I was able to get a few, which I was very happy about. And then I got some plants from the plant section that we'll show you guys now. Love the plant section, all the succulents and cactuses and the different patterns on all the plants. They're just so pretty. I then got these two Halloween cookies. This one is a bat and this one is a ghost. They are so cute. Cannot wait to have those with tea. And then I got a Halloween pumpkin display snap that I'm going to show you guys now. Spectacular display. Then it began to lash it down rain, and it'd been lovely and sunny on the way up, blue skies, lovely sunshine, and we didn't have any coats, so we were not going to be walking back with the weather like it was, so we had to stay in there for a little bit longer, and we're just looking around a bit more, and they've already started putting up the Christmas stuff, which I'm so excited for. Only 89 days till Christmas, which is insane. And we were looking at some of the puzzles and stuff, and Tash was bouncing a ball up and down, and I picked up what I thought she was bouncing, which wasn't. It was like this plastic toy, and went to bounce it thinking it would bounce, and it just went flying across the floor, and I was like, whoops. And so picked that up and quickly put that down. I was having a look at some of the jelly cats as well, but I'm like, no, I do not need any more jelly cats. And then the rain stopped and the sun came back out, and we were able to then make our way back from the garden centre. And on the way back we were listening to lots of Disney music, and we were singing Frozen, and we were singing Frozen on the way back, singing Into the Unknown, and the cyclist drove past and probably heard us singing it very loudly, so I was like, oh god. But yeah, it was such a lovely time at the garden centre, and always have such a great time with Tash. And on the way into town we decided to go off to our workplace and get drinks from there. We were going to go to Costa, but we decided to go to our workplace instead, and I had a hot chocolate and she had a pot of tea, and we'll show you guys a photo of that now. The hot chocolate was so delicious. It spilled a bit, so my colleague got me a little teacup that they use for the baby chinos and put some Smarties and marshmallows in there for me, which was very sweet of him to do so. And then I was just chatting with him, asking how his shift was getting on, and one of my neighbours who just lives across from me, who I've known for a very long time, was having a trial shift, and so we were chatting with each other, and I'm like, oh my god, that's so weird. And yeah, so I was just like, oh my god, can't believe it. Small town, I suppose. I'd seen that someone was having a trial shift, but I didn't know that it was her, so that was a nice surprise. And then I made my way back. Tash stayed for a bit because she still had quite a lot of a pot of tea to finish, so I thanked her for a lovely catch up and a lovely day out. And then I made my way back. I then got back and I watched Escape to Country, Far Brown and Home and Away wrote a bit of my journal, did some TikToks and posted those, sorted out my beautiful doll. I was just tidying up my office and my dollhouse, and my older brother got back from being at uni for the day, and then my dad dropped me off to youth club, and on the way up to youth club I got a nice selfie in the car right up, and I'm loving my haircut, the confidence boost it's given me, and I have been able to get some really good selfies. I love a good selfie. And then I got up there and we were having chip butties and had cheesy chip butties, and then we did a quiz and my team won. Cannot believe it. We won by 1 point. It was that close, and it was such a great evening. Always goes so quickly, you know what they say, time flies when having fun. Then I got picked up, I then got back, and then for tea we had pizza, and I'm going to show you guys a photo of that now. Love cheese pizza. Then I finished off writing my journal and put that away. I then watched the UK soaps, and it was the big episode on Hollyoaks where Wayne has been killed and we do not know who did it, and it's out of like 9 or 10 people because they were at the mansion filming for her audition for Love Cave, and now she's gone, she's deceased, she's been killed, and it was very dramatic and very good. Had me on the edge of my seat. Can't wait to find out the like aftermath tonight on tonight's episode on E4. Then I watched Bake Off, which is back, and it was Cake Week, Let Them Eat Cake, and the show toppers at the end were animal related, and some of them were amazing. There was a lobster, there was a beaver, there was a dog. They were amazing, and I love Bake Off. Alice Hammond is one of the new presenters, and I love her so much, and can't wait for next week's episode. Love Bake Off so much. Then I finished off writing my journal, had some cereal, and then I was watching some stuff on Netflix. I then went off to bed, and then on my Wednesday, which is today, I got up after a nice lie-in, and I had some cereal for my breakfast, and was just watching a bit of Doctor Who and just a bit of music, and then I was watching Neighbours on TV on Amazon Prime, catching up on those. I had like 6 episodes to catch up on, so I was catching up on that. My dad then got back from work and he went off to bed. My mum then got up, and my older brother was at uni, so is my younger sister, and my younger brother and older sister were at work. And then I got myself ready to go off for a walk, and I went off to get some nice flower snaps, and on my walk I was able to get a few nice flower snaps of some nice roses and other flowers that I'm going to show you guys now. Such pretty flowers. It absolutely lashed it down, and so I did get a little bit wet because I didn't have a coat, as it wasn't looking too bad when I started my walk. Then it stopped and I went off to my town's castle, and I got some autumnal snaps from my town's castle that I'm going to show you guys now. I love the water fountain in the courtyard, and all the lovely orange and red leaves starting to come out on the castle, and I got a few selfies from there as well. And I love the pumpkins and the sweets from there in the little kitchen garden they have there. And then I also got these nice orange leaf snap from the garden. I went in and had a look around from there, and was having a lovely look around the castle gardens, and there are some people taking photos, so I was just telling them like where there are some things that they might like to get photos of, and they actually asked if I worked there. I was like, no, I didn't work there, I just come here a lot. And then I made my way home. I then got back and had a cheese toastie and a cup of tea. Actually, with a cheese and pickle toastie, changed up a bit, and I had brown pickle in the cheese toastie with my cup of tea, and it's very delicious. I then sorted out my beat up doll and listened to a bit of music, and then watched Home and Away. And my dad was sorting stuff around the house. My older brother then got back from being at uni, and my mum had gone to see my grandpa at a care home and was there for quite a while, and she got back and our young sister FaceTimed as she's got the lurgy, lots of flu and bugs and stuff going on at the moment, and she was like, I'm dying, bless her heart. So my mum was chatting with her, and then I was just watching some stuff off a record and I needed to finish watching, wrote a bit of my journal, listened to a bit of music, did a bit of drawing and colouring in, had a little bit of a nap as it was quite gloomy out. It started to rain again, and this gloomy, dark, windy, rainy weather makes me very, very sleepy, so I was having a little bit of a snooze. And then I was just reading a bit more to put all the Boys Love Before and the last book on that, and I'm determined to get that finished. And I'm going to start reading, I'm going to finish reading the latest Heartstopper book and then start reading Red, White and Royal Blue. And then for my tea I had a cheese and potato pie, and I'm going to show you guys a photo of that now. The cheese and potato pie was so delicious. My dad always makes such great cheese and potato pie, nice and cheesy, just how I like it. I am now off to go and finish off writing my journal from today, and then watch the UK soaps, and then I'm just going to be chilling for the rest of the evening. I hope you guys have all had a lovely week so far. All have a lovely rest of your week. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I shall see you with a new vlog coming very soon. Bye.